Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. This is I Allegedly. And I've got a good one for you today because it is time to buy nothing. Stop spending, buy nothing. Please, as always, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, join our email list, which is the first link below, and let's get right into it. There is a trend happening in 2025, and I have 3 people in my life that are doing this very thing. And that is the buy nothing principle. And that is to cut extra spending cold turkey. And I am like, okay, great. The idea with this is you pay for necessities only. You don't pay for anything extra. You don't spend any extra money, and you bank the extra money. And I'm thinking, well, that's a pretty good way to live right now. Now, first one that did this is my daughter. My daughter is an influencer, travels around the world, spends a tremendous amount of money with her business and doing this. But she's like, there's times I'm working till midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, and I will have DoorDash delivered, and it's outrageous, and I'm going to cut that out. So she got rid of all the food delivery apps and is cooking. And she's like, yeah, I have to admit that, what you're talking about rubbed off on me a little bit. Okay, thank you, honey. And again, every now and then you make sense as parents. Remember that. So how about this? How much do you think would be excessive to have food delivered to your house over the course of the year? Now, your house, your office is in your house, you work there. What do you think? $1,000 having food delivered? How about $3,500 worth of food delivered to your house throughout the year? Insane. So this buy nothing mentality, she says, it's already the first 2 weeks of the month. It's already saved me a bunch of money. But this is the thing, guys. Richard Rosso is a CPA and financial planner. And he said, everybody's New Year's resolution this year. And as they did these numbers, they thought it was about 42%. It's almost 60% of the people have said they need to get their finances in order, which is great. Thank God, okay? I think that this is the best thing that you can do right now is to get your finances in order because, he suggests you cut back. You tone it down a little bit, cut out, going out to dinner a few times a week. If you do it 3 or 4 times a week, cut it down to 1 time a week. Well, maybe that's the way to go. Maybe you taper it. Maybe that's how you do it. But I'm telling you, you don't want to piss money away right now. This is going to get worse before it gets better. The other 2 people, one of them, husband and wife, saving for a house. My daughter's saving for a house also. And she's like, I can just escalate it if I don't do this. I'm going to have to travel. I'm going to have to do the things I do, for the business. But I'm not going to spend any extra money right now. Which I'm like, okay, that's a great way to live right now. My friend and his wife, he's retired. I mean, he gets a check every month, mailbox money. He's the luckiest guy I know. And him and his wife, again, saving for a house because they think that this is going to fall off a cliff. So there's that. Now, we keep getting warning after warning after warning about these financial problems that are happening. The fires just escalated that with everybody. And I really want you to think about this. These poor people that lost everything. If you have kids, my girlfriend and I were talking about this today. Imagine our kids in elementary school, so you have to live in the area. You just can't uproot them and move to another county or another state. You gotta stay there. And the problem with Los Angeles is that there are no rentals right now. They are jacking up rents to people, and it is criminal. There is a place in hell for these people that are doing this because it's out of control. Now, I'm telling you guys, I could live at your house. I could live anywhere. I could live. I don't have to live where I live right now, guys. It's the greatest thing in the world. My kids are adults, and I can go when I want. I can travel when I want. A friend of mine called me and said, hey, we have a meeting on February 2nd on Sunday. Can you want to come out Sunday, Monday, Tuesday to Texas? I'm like, yeah, sure, I can do that. Let me check my schedule. And because I have my calendar now, like an adult, I can know exactly that I don't have to worry about that. There's no kids going to school. There's no problems like that. Now, this goes to, another thing, and it all gets wrapped into one. Capital One is a big source for checking accounts. And for those of you out there who have a Capital One checking account, there is a problem right now with them not getting people's paychecks in. So direct deposit is not working for these poor people. Now, 6 hours, 8 hours, 2 days, 5 days. Here is the thing that I tell everybody. If you are trying to get your finances in order, the first thing and the number one thing you have to do, and I don't care if you are $5 million in debt, you need to have an emergency plan for your money immediately. You need to have an emergency stash put away for something like this. Now, here's the problem with the Capital One situation. These people go out and they're getting their paychecks. Here's the worst part about this. And we've all done this. I've been broker than broke, guys. But hey, I'm getting paid on Friday. Let's see, if I do an electronic payment Thursday, the money will come in Friday, it'll clear, I don't have to worry about it. So these people all have bounced checks, reverse fees, plus you bounced your landlord a check. You know what I mean? You bounced your car payment a check because they didn't do the direct deposit. The money's coming someday, but you don't have it. So what do you do? Who's responsible for that? Who's going to pay these fees? Now, Capital One says, oh, we're working on this. We'll work on getting these fees handled for everybody and try to make it as smooth as possible. It's not smooth as possible. But again, stash some cash. Make sure you have money, make sure you have food, make sure you have water, make sure you have, gold and silver, personally, myself, but make sure you have an emergency stash if something like this happens that you can get and it's safe. The fireproof bags are incredibly important. Safe is incredibly important, but also don't brag. You know what? I got $9,000 sitting in a drawer, third drawer down at my house, and then the cleaning lady comes and it's gone, okay? Again, stack in private. Don't tell anybody what you have, what you're doing, why you're doing it or anything, but just be ready, because these poor people that didn't get the money from Capital One could have paid some bills and done some things on their own. Have multiple bank accounts. This is it right now. This is the warning after warning after warning. I spoke to the woman that owns the satellite phone store. They're coming back. And she was talking about how the only phones that worked during the fires, you guys didn't hear about this, cell towers burnt down, guys. Didn't really brag about that. So the only thing that would work would be those satellite phones. If you want a satellite phone, it's SAT123. They're not even a sponsor yet, but you should tell them Dan sent you, and they'll give you 10% off. But the point is that you guys have to be ready for this stuff to go south, because it's gonna happen. California is ripe for an earthquake. Could you imagine with those fires if they had an earthquake? That would be just the worst thing ever, okay? Because it would just be done. Now, one myth that I keep getting sent to me that is not happening. People from BlackRock are going house to house saying, we will buy your home for pennies on the dollar. We'll write you a check right now. I have a checkbook here. That is complete BS. Insert profanity here. It's nonsense. It's not happening because the houses are burnt down, guys. Nobody's knocking door to door and doing this right now. It's a complete lie. BlackRock's not doing this. I mean, $10 trillion in assets, and they're not doing this. So be ready, get your finances in order. I don't care how old you are. I don't care how much money you have. You've got to have a financial plan. I always tell people, talk to your accountant twice a year. I did it 4 times this year, okay? And Dan, it really worked out. And all it did was save me money, guys, every time. Cost me money to see this guy, okay? And again, I love the accountant nerds, and Brian's watching this, he can get it. But they, hey, I'm going to a seminar on Friday and Monday on, they love the money stuff. But guys, get yourself ready for this. Be ready. Are you? I am. What's wrong with cutting back? Don't drink excessively. Don't piss your money away. Don't gamble on football, and don't waste money on, illicit things that are bad for you. Don't do that. Okay? Be around people that want to get their lives in order. Those are the best people to be around right now. That's who will say to you, oh, I'm at the wedding chapel so we can get married. Good. It's very nice, very romantic. I do. Not when I do that. Anyways, you know what I mean? So, please listen to the echo of this place. Will you take John to be your lovely? Anyways, no. Kidding, ladies. Okay. Guys, just the buy nothing principle. I love it. I think it's great. My other friend that's doing it is a single man who's just like, I spend a lot of money going out. It's kind of stupid, huh? You eat at home a lot. Yeah, I eat at home because I'm working till 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning. Try living this way, guys. Just try it. Also, write down what you spend on a daily basis. Oh gosh, your subscriptions to the newspapers. Now I've got news and things like that I have to pay for the business. Got a lot of things that I have to have in my life that are important. Make sure you have all that stuff, guys. Make sure you have it. So, next thing is good old Janet Yellen. Of the 400 computers that got hacked, 400 computers from the federal government, Janet Yellen, Grandma Yellen's was covered. I was going to do a, separate video on Grandma got hacked. But man, does that really infuriate women. I get such hate mail. I mean, it's fabulously funny, but she's such a talented woman. She's amazing. Her personal computer got hacked by the Chinese, by the CCP. Okay? So, I don't like Donald Trump. It's funny, guys. It's actually funny. So, God love us, God help us all, but Grandma Yellen's computer got hacked. Let me know what you think about all this stuff so far. No one ever lived a tough life by cutting back. I owe my brother David. I told him this 1,000 times, and he rubs it in my face every time, because I have money now because of him. 100% because of him. Because I used to live with the lifestyle and the mindset, I'll make more. I'm good. I can do this. Which is great, and it's motivating and things like that. But I'd rather go to bed tonight and not owe anybody any money. That's satisfying, guys. That is satisfying. You can do whatever you want. You can travel. You can anything. It's great. So let me know what you think about this so far. There's a little bit more to cover on this. But a lot of cool stuff happening. And big changes coming. But don't believe these lies that people are like, listen, I know your house is worth $5 million. Here's $750,000, and have a nice day. It's not happening, guys. I'm telling you that right now. There are people. Originally, they thought that about a third of the people wouldn't rebuild. Josh Altman from $1 Million Listing, he thinks it's about 60% now that will never rebuild those houses again. It is chaos, and it's only getting worse right now, guys. You haven't seen anything yet. People do not have places to live. There's not enough places to rent. And again, if you didn't get your paycheck, we've all done this. Oh my God, if I could just hang on till Friday, man, I'm great. And then Friday rolls around and you don't get the money. Then it's Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Uh-oh. Can't put gas in the car. So, oh, by the way, the guy that says he's doing the buy nothing lifestyle, when he was married, he sat down one day with his wife and told me a horrific story. We had dinner earlier this week, and he sat down and said, there was a point in time that I was making well over $150,000 a year, and my wife says we have $90 to get through the next 10 days. $90. He's got 2 kids, got a wife. He goes, how do I get gas? How do I go to work right now? Didn't have it. And said, I will never live that way again. Now, he's cutting back even more right now. So that's the value of doing this, guys. Let me know what you think about this. I don't know why I find the weirdest things humorous. And Tim Wentworth is the CEO at Walgreens. And he has said that they have had nothing but problems with shrinkage. And shrinkage is the industry term for the theft of merchandise. So they did their conference call, and the shrinkage has increased 52%. But one thing they did in the majority of the Walgreens stores is that they've locked up merchandise. And toothpaste, shaving cream, toothbrushes, deodorant, all these little things. And you know what happens? He said, when you lock things up like this, they don't sell because nobody wants to wait to have somebody open it. So he said, quote unquote, this is what he said, that the shrinkage and the shoplifting is like hand-to-hand combat in the stores. Now, Walgreens is one of the stores that said, hey, don't confront these people. Let them fly. You don't ask questions. You don't say anything. You let them out the door. Well, we just passed Proposition 36 here in California that makes it so that this is a crime. So with that, these people are now getting prosecuted finally. And it is crazy, guys. There was looting and shoplifting in Santa Monica in the last couple days during the fires. That large groups, online, social media, let's go get them. They're not going to catch us. They put masks on and they go out and they, fight it out. Isn't that nuts, guys? It's absolutely nuts. So Mr. Wentworth, I feel sorry for the guy because it's nuts that shoplifting is such a problem. But I'm telling you, I hate waiting for this stuff because it ruins it for normal people like me. Okay, now, when you go to places like Las Vegas, you go to the CVS, everything is broken down into sections. And you may have to buy your deodorant at this register, buy your alcohol at this set register, sodas at this register. And people have to wait in line. You may wait in 2 or 3 lines to get out of the store for one trip. Who cares? But the point is it's not locked up. So this is going to get fixed sooner or later. Citibank has a real problem, and they're laying off another 400 employees and put together $500 million in severance packages. It's $500 million in severance packages. God, let's go not work there. You know what I mean? So with that, you've got all these people that are not working, not going to work. Jane Fraser is trying to get this thing set up so that they're going to get through it financially. I'm going to finish this video with these last couple stories. And again, have you noticed how fast food has just fallen off a cliff and how insane prices have gotten, the quality's gotten horrible? Burger King, the only thing that's good at Burger King is their chicken fries. The long skinny chicken-like fingers that are in the shape of fries. Those are great. A woman in Ohio was a little upset because she bought chicken fries, story out of the New York Post, and they had weed in them. Weed, marijuana, hoochie, okay? In her kids' chicken fries. You can't make this stuff up. No, you can't. But again, I don't know if they arrested the worker or not who was responsible for that, but isn't that funny? The little kid got weed. No, it's horrible. But again, quality of the fast food industry is done. Now, to end it, this video, Dunkin' Donuts teamed with a perfume company. They're going to have donut-scented perfume. Oh, come on. Unless you're some chubby chaser, who's going to want donut-scented perfume? I like them big, and I like them to smell like a glazed donut. Come on. Again, don't spend money. Don't waste money. This is one of those things you don't waste money on. Wouldn't it be great to get donut-scented perfume? My wife's going to think this is hilarious. No, it's a waste of money. Donut-scented perfume. Again, guys, you cannot make this stuff up. Please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. And if you want to email me, it's hello@iallegedly.com. And you're just a couple days away from the gifts from Christmas and New Year's being sent out. And onward and upward, guys. I will see you guys very soon.